Hello, Annie. How are you today?
I'm good.
You're
Thank you.
okay.
And how about you?
Well, so it's been one of those weeks. Now, Annie and I are here because we weren't able to make the meeting because personal things happened. And now, as we sat at home and we have half an hour, we have decided to do this Zoom chat. So today, Annie, what is the subject we have to talk about today?
I'm going to ask you many things related to movie or films, right?
Right.
So
Now,
let me ask you the first question.
okay, then I'll let you ask me the first question. Off you go.
Yeah, I know you love movie or film, all right? You love
Yes.
watching movie. Okay, so let me know how many genre of movie exist and which genre if you love the most.
All right. I suppose there could be, I don't know, 10 or 15 different kinds of films, more. But the main ones that I like are drama, comedy. I think that's it
Comedy.
really, because horror films I can't watch because since a child they have given me nightmares. So I look on the plot first before the film comes on, and if I see, horror, violence, sex, and things like this, I don't watch them. So I watch
Mm.
drama. I like a good cry. Uh, or I like a funny film, really. Sometimes when I'm with my grandson, we watch documentaries about animals, and I've become interested in this genre. But really, I just go for those three. Science fiction, I find very hard to believe. Action
Mm-hmm.
films, I think, are a bit over the top. So I just think I like those two kinds of films, really. And
Mm.
you,
So
what kind of films do you watch?
actually, I don't really can watching film because it takes too long time. Whenever I watch TV or movie, I mean a movie, I always fell asleep. So I
Ah,
don't
right.
know how it goes. Yeah, because it takes too long. So
Do
it's
you
my
know
turn also.
something?
It's not my habit of watching movie.
I
Uh-huh.
started watching films with my mother and two sisters on a Saturday afternoon. At 3 o'clock every Saturday afternoon, there
Oh
was a
dear,
film.
your
Uh,
picture's frozen.
there was a film on the television, and we used to lie down, four of us, on the sofa with my mother, with chocolates, with sweets, and we used to watch a film together in black and white. Most of the films were. So that's when I started to watch films
Oh,
with my
yeah,
mother
yeah.
and my sister. With my dad, no. My dad used to go and watch the horse racing, the football, and it was his time to be
I
alone.
see.
And that's when I started to watch films. I do understand
Mm,
that you fall asleep because they're too long, but maybe you
yeah,
haven't had the upbringing of watching films. Okay, your next
yeah.
question.
So, my next question could be, how old are you at the very first time watching movie, and what was it? Do you remember what the first movie that you watched?
I haven't got a good memory about my childhood. I don't know if you remember, but I do remember watching black and white. I remember, it may not mean anything to you, but I used to watch Betty Davis, Cary Grant, Catherine Hepburn. These were all the kinds of people and John Crawford. I used to like John Crawford. So these were very dramatic films and with a good story to them and in black and white. And maybe there was a bit of love in them, a bit of romance. The old
And you
films.
carried away.
the all kind of films, no, that we used to watch as a family all together.
What kind of character would you like the most as your like your role model, perhaps, or for your uh, point of view? What kind of character would you like the most?
I'm not sure. I'm going to think. The person who I like now is a person called Meryl Streep. She's an actress from America. And I love all the roles that she plays. She's very diverse. She plays lots of different ones. But maybe I would like, I don't know, an old-fashioned novel, and to be dressed up in very elegant clothes, something from the past. I think I would like that character. This, as you don't watch films, I don't know if you understand. I like to watch Pride and Prejudice. They were books before, then they made them into films, and it's about women and their lives many hundreds of years ago.
Okay, so how far the character on the film or the movie impact in your life, or perhaps in your daily, or you to educate your children, perhaps? Do you have affected by the film?
Maybe not so affected in my real life. Sometimes it might have made me think, if they are talking about women's topics, about women's rights, the way women have suffered in the past. I have very clear ideas of a role model as a woman. And I think that in the past, asking women to stay at home and not value the work that she does with the family, I have very clear ideas about that. And I think that women have been unfairly treated in the past. This is my opinion. So if I see a film which is related to women's rights or the way that men treat women, I think about this subject. I don't know if it changes the way I act or what I think, but I do think about the subject.
Okay. Do you think watching movie or film having a positive affection or influence as a human being?
In the last 10 years, I watch films at the end of my working day at 10 o'clock at night. I used to make this like a space to escape for an hour or two before I went to sleep. So I would have a very long day, maybe a little stressed, problems, and then I used to put the children to bed, shower, dinner, everything. I used to have everything prepared for tomorrow. And at 10 o'clock, this was the time for me. And I used to put on a film. There was one every night on satellite television. And that hour and a half to two, I would escape and go to another world and relax before I went to sleep. So I watched a film every night for many years.
Oh, so that's your habit every single day. You watch
It
film?
was like a break. We would call it in English a Kit Kat, where you would stop. This is your time. I would hurry to put the children to bed, give them the shower, the dinner and everything. And then I would just relax. And my way of relaxing was watching a film.
Oh, you told me that you watch a film at 10 p.m. and then don't you think it's gonna be lead you to dozing off? Because I think it's too, for me it's too late. It's gonna be leads me to, just like fall asleep. Sorry.
Maybe now, because I'm older and my sleeping habits are very bad and I don't sleep enough. But before, I didn't have a problem. I have fell asleep in the cinema. In the cinema, I took my students to watch an English film. It was called The Minions. It's like little yellow creatures. And as I really wasn't interested in the film, it was hot, it was dark. I most probably was tired after looking after the students all day, and I fell asleep and I started to snore in the cinema. And my students go, "Miss, wake up, please, Miss, wake up." So I fell asleep once in the cinema, and I haven't been to the cinema in the last 10 years, I think. Personally, I took the children because it was an activity they wanted to do. We were in England, and I said, "Oh, what do you want to do this afternoon?" I took students from Spain to England, and they said, "We want to go to the cinema, Miss." And the cinema was a big place with lots of sound and screen, and they thought it was fantastic, but Miss fell asleep because I most probably was tired from the day of looking after them. So you were right, you can fall asleep depending on your day.
Yes. So, so far you deal with film and movie on go to theater, watching everything you've done. So, what your beautiful memories and also the bad one? Do you have bad
The
experience or
films.
the beautiful one? Yes.
Well, I have a little problem. I can't remember the names of the films. I have watched so many. But if I'm watching a film, in the first 5 minutes, I can tell you if I have seen it because I remember. But the name, the actors, I don't remember very well. I told you about one that I really liked, and it was called The Bridges over Madison with Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood. And this film, I remember it because of the situation of the two characters. I'm not going to say anymore because if someone wants to watch it, I think they should. I'm not saying it's the best film ever, but it's a really personal film between two people, a man and a woman that meet by chance, and how it affects their life. So I really enjoyed that. So there are lots of films I have enjoyed. There are some films that you see that the critics say are fantastic. You look forward to seeing them, and then when you watch them, you think that was crap. It wasn't worth the time watching the film. So you get disappointed. But I have a rule. If I start a film, I watch it, even if it's rubbish. I get to the end to say I've given it a chance and I've watched it. I've watched a lot of bad films, and I thought, oh dear, they have spent millions on making this film and it's rubbish. I would be embarrassed to be in this film, for example. But I'm not very good at remembering names of which ones I've seen, no? But people make really bad films, and I think the actors and the actresses are embarrassed about saying they've made those films.
So when you decided to watch this film or go to the theater not watching movie, so what triggers you? Is it depend on the title or on the player on that movie?
Actress or the actress, yes.
The actress.
The actor or the actress do draw me into watching a film.
Ah.
So I think that cable television or satellite television has killed the cinema, in the sense that if you can watch a film at home in the comfort of your sofa at any time you want, you can stop it, you can start it. So unless you are a real film buff, a film buff is someone who is really into films. I think you would rather stay at home rather than going to the cinema. I can't ask you this question because you won't know the answer, but here in Ceuta, it costs €6 to go to the cinema. So €6, I don't know if it's a good price or not. But the children pay that price to go to the cinema, my students, because it's like a time out with their friends. And so it's an excuse to go out with the friends and then have dinner at the end of the week. No?
€6.
Mm-hmm.
€6. Okay, sure. €6 is quite costly in here because €1 about
Maybe, for
18,000.
example, in Madrid, which is the capital of Spain, it could cost €10 because you would pay for the cinema, you would pay for the seats. If it was a luxurious seat, you would pay for the latest film that came out, I suppose. But here in Ceuta, it's €6.
So did you spend time with your boyfriend watching movie? Perhaps when you still
I used to
on
go.
dating.
I was thinking I thought I haven't got a boyfriend now. I used to go with my husband because my husband and I loved to watch films. So we used to try and go once a week to the cinema. I'm talking over, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago I'm talking about. We had one cinema here in Ceuta and we used to go. Do you want me to tell you something? When we were in the cinema one day, oh gosh, this is when I didn't understand Spanish very well. So I had to listen to the film very closely. And do you know what sunflower seeds are? Sunflower seeds. People used to eat them like this and go crack and eat them. It's like a specialty, sunflower seeds. And they eat them in the cinema, crack, bah, crack, bah. And I couldn't hear what was going on in the cinema because they were going crack. And I used to get so annoyed. And then one year, just before they closed the cinema, I saw a mouse in the cinema. Oh, I wanted to jump on top of the chair because I have a phobia of mice. I was screaming everything. I saw the mouse going jumping up the stairs to the top of the cinema. Oh, I am very big, but the mice, I'm very frightened of the mice.
Okay. Don't you feel like winging when you show the mouse? Like winging this guy?
I jumped on top of my husband. I jumped on top of him and he got very angry. What are you doing? It's a mouse. Look at the size of you and look at the size of the mouse. But I'm frightened. I'm frightened of mice.
Yeah, me too. I like winging, I don't like
I don't know. I am frightened. Not that I don't like them. I'm frightened. I would jump on the table. I would scream. I don't know. I have to get away very quickly.
It's when you see like the needle. Okay. How long normally it takes one movie you watch? The duration, I mean.
Right.
Normally.
How long does a movie last for? How long does a movie last for? I think it's about an hour and a half, more or less.
It's so short. But normally I think over 2 hours, I guess.
No, but there are films and there are films. For example, I think I watched one called The Gladiator and I really liked that one. And that could be 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly. So there are the normal film, an hour and a half. And then you can get like a super production that could be 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah, because I heard it from teenagers, like kids, students, when they watch movie, about 3 hours they just came out from the movie. Oh my God,
but
it's so long, so I cannot.
Yeah, but years ago, if you went to the cinema, you would watch like publicity, a short film, and then the big film. So when you went to the cinema, it was a different story years ago. You would watch publicity about films coming up, then a very short film, I don't know, about whatever. And it kind of gave people time to be late and still not miss the big film. So, and then the big film started and everyone was sat down.
Yes. Actually, I got experience only. I watched movie only once at the time. I went to the cinema with my ex. At the time it was it was terrible actually, because I got bad experience. The first one and only once, and having really bad experience, because I got, pickpocket, someone,
Yeah,
yeah.
pickpocket, yeah.
So yeah, so that's why I'm really, this relation. I don't want to come back to this American.
So it was the first time you went.
Yeah.
There was a
Uh-huh.
pickpocket, so you had a bad
Yeah.
experience, so you didn't want to
Yeah.
go back again.
No, no.
I
So,
remember 30 years ago or 40, young couples used to go to the cinema to have a kiss and a cuddle in the back seats. Have you heard of that? Oh, you've heard of that then. I'm not saying in every country. I'm saying in some countries. 40 years ago, the young couple used to say, let's go into the cinema. But really, they weren't going to watch the film. They were going to have a kiss and cuddle in the back row. For
yes,
example, no?
that's true.
So I used to always sit in the middle to the front, so not to see anything or be disturbed by anybody. No, in this
Yeah,
moment.
I also I didn't consent for the films, for the movie. What's going on? I just don't care because talking each other. I didn't enjoy at all. So, what you normally eat when you watch movie, regardless on the cinema or at home? What I think it's impossible if you're just watching, staring at the screen all day
Right.
long.
Okay, then. When I was a child, my mother used to pay for us to go to the Saturday matinee. I used to go with myself and my three brothers and sisters. My mother paid, and we got some money to buy sweets. And this was like the big thing when I was a child. Then, when I was an adult, maybe I would get a Coke or something like that. But people normally buy Coke, popcorn, and sweets.
Mm.
And things change a little bit. And now, when I was with my mother and my sisters, I told you we used to buy sweets for a Saturday, and we used to eat the sweets while lying on the sofa watching the thing. So normally you normally buy a treat, something special, maybe something sweet to eat while you're watching the film. Now I don't eat anything special because I can watch a film anytime, any day. Maybe I could have some ice cream, no? Maybe I could have a bowl of ice cream while I'm watching the film, for example,
Why,
now.
why, why don't you eat just with salad?
Well, I eat a salad every day. I'm going to be a rabbit. And so I'm trying not to eat too many sweet things, but now and again, I treat myself to an ice cream. And so maybe if I
Oh,
watched a film and I wanted to treat myself, I could watch it with an ice cream, no? That sounds nice, no?
but it's really well known when they watch a movie with popcorn, all right?
That's normal. That's traditional. Yes.
Uh,
Popcorn, salty popcorn, or with caramel, I think.
yeah.
You can have popcorn, yeah. But people make popcorn at home, and they would eat it at home now. So, for example, I have a special bowl, a special thing. So, if anyone wanted popcorn, we can make it in the microwave, and we can eat popcorn to watch a film if you wanted to.
Is the best meal ever, about the popcorn, or do you have any other choices or any option, another meal to enjoy while you watching movie? To
Well,
I
you
mean
have to
to get
separate it.
impact
You
to
have to
get impact.
separate the cinema from home. The cinema, they can offer you many things, from popcorn, sweets, hot dog, pizza. They can offer you anything.
Ah, okay.
Depends how modern. It depends on the year, the trend, the fashion, no?
Ah,
But at home, I think the typical thing would be to make a big bowl of popcorn for everybody, and everyone putting their hands in like this while they're watching the film. I think it could be that. What would you like to eat if you were watching a film and not go to sleep?
I never eat anything. I just consent, sometimes I just consent, but when I feel tired, I just leave it.
Maybe
That's
you
all.
should change the hour make some popcorn or something similar, and watch the film I told you, Bridges Over Madison. You will cry. You will fall in
I don't
love.
want to cry. No.
No, but it's good to cry now and again. It's good to cry.
Oh, I already cry every day. I don't need no more.
No, but it's a different kind of cry. It's like
Yeah.
when I cry with a film, I think, oh gosh, I'm
Ah.
crying again. I've got the tissues out and everything.
Oh,
But it's
so
like
sweet.
a cleansing. It's like a cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Cleaning.
like all your hidden feelings inside you can come out in this moment in the film.
So sweet. Cleaning.
And also, it's good
Cleaning
for
part.
your eyes. It's good for your eyes. It cleans your eyes. You have nice, beautiful eyes if you
Yes.
cry.
So suffering is also good for us. So you
But
cry.
it's a different suffering. It's crying because of the film, not because of something happening to you.
Yeah.
Directly.
True. Yeah, different case, of course. Yeah, it's nice one. Yes, I think it's already 20 minutes, all right?
Right. So we did it. Even though you never watch a film, we still could have a conversation about it. So
Yeah,
my
this is the
favorite
reason.
actress now is Meryl Streep. And
Yellow shoe.
I think one day have something so you don't fall asleep and watch that film. It's not one of the best films maybe, but her films are normally good and interesting. She's I think I can say she's my favorite actress at the moment. And I like somebody else, I forgot. His name is Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson, he's not handsome, but he's got something about him that's interesting, and he makes some really good films. Jack Nicholson. Okay.
Yeah.
So Annie, it was nice to see you. I'm
Yes.
sorry that we couldn't
Thank
join
you.
the group because of our personal problems, but we've had
True.
20 minutes and we hope that our friends in chat are happy to see us again. The terrible twins from the north and the south. Okay, Annie.
Thank you, Letty.
Bye.
Happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.